Hey everyone, this is Angelique, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. Please click like on this video, share this video if you feel it's going to help someone. Subscribe, stay a while. Subscribe, stay a while. And if you want to donate, you can. That's what helps me pump out more content. All that information will be in the comment section and description bar. If you need a phone session with me to talk about your healing journey, um, uh, healing from narcissistic abuse, spiritual experiences, zodiacs, relationships, friendships, I'm your girl to vent to, and I can help kickstart your healing journey. All right. All the information again is in the comment section or in the description bar. If you don't see it, comment at me and I will get right back to you if I see it. So I ended up going back outside and I got this glass. Isn't this beautiful? Got it from Marshalls. It's my one of my Valentine gifts to myself. Excuse me. Then I got some chocolate. Have you ever had this chocolate? It's so freaking good with caramel. And I bought 2 bottles of wine for myself. Tomorrow I'll get the flowers and stuff like that for my mother's altar. And I did buy lipstick for her altar because my mother loved red and pink lipstick. So I'm going to put that on her altar, in remembrance, and get her some red roses because those like her favorite. She loved expensive perfume, but I'm about to buy no $100 perfume right now to put on her altar. But maybe I'll find a cheaper perfume that she loved, Okay, so let's get into the topic because the mind games are funny to me. And y'all might be thinking y'all tripping and y'all not. So something I noticed about people who have imaginary beef with you, and the stupid games they play, and they don't even realize like you peeping what they doing. They think they so smart, but they're really not. Because a lot of us empaths, and spiritualists, chosen ones, we grew up with some crazy people, so we kind of know how to read body language and energy shifts, right? So a lot of times people are talking about you behind your back, and that's the reason why the energy has shifted with you and them. A lot of times the reason why they texting slower, they acting funny in their text message or on the phone, or when you see them they seem distant, is because they got this imaginary beef with you, or they did something behind your back that they don't know if you know. Okay, a lot of times these people feel guilty. They're like, dang, I slept with her man, I slept with his woman. Do he know? Because they really do be waiting for you to like catch them off guard. They be like, dang, this person's probably, when they find out what I said about them or what I did behind their back, they are probably gonna like shoot me shoot me, or kill me or something, or beat me up or something. So they're always on guard when they're around you, and you're like, you trying to figure out why the energy shifted when you really need to be finding out what the hell they did. And so a lot of times I noticed that people who did things behind your back, that's why they acting weird around you, but they won't stop being around you. They'll still come kick it with you, or you'll have the guilty ones who they don't want to come around you at all, right? They'll try to limit their interaction with you. So there was this chick who I know she slept with a guy that I used to mess with. And every time I was around her way of coping with it, was she kept asking about this dude. And I'm like, and it took me like maybe the second or third time that I saw her. Every time I saw her, she kept going, oh, have you seen, let's say Jake. Have you seen Jake? No, I haven't seen Jake since we broke up. Oh, okay. Do you know how he's doing? Is he all right? Did you and him ever have a conversation? And I'm like, no, why would I have a conversation with Jake? Like, we're done. Okay, cool, all right. Oh, wow, shoot. Oh, I thought I just saw Jake behind you. I was like, what the hell? So I put one and two together. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, something happened between her and this Jake character. I don't really care. But after that, I was just like, yeah, this chick is not a good person. She's not a good person to be around. And we were actually supposed to go on vacation together, and at the last minute, she she was like, "Oh, I can't go." And then the following month, booked the same vacation we were supposed to go and took another friend. So I was just like, "Yeah, that chick, she did something. It would have been killing her to be around me like that." And ever since then, she doesn't call me or text me like she used to. She doesn't check on me like she used to. You know, a lot of times these people fade to black because they was talking crap about you. They did something to you behind your back, and the guilt is killing them. Okay, that's why they switch up on you. A lot of times, people also have a secret um competition with you, and you like, why would somebody want to compete with me? But I noticed that I had a couple of people, I didn't even know they had a competition with me. Like the other week, I was having a conversation with someone who I thought we were cool. I thought we were close. And all of a sudden, he was like, yeah, you ain't really that business mind. You don't got a business mindset. And I got better, business ethics than you. And I was like, whoa, where did that come from? And I know it's after that conversation. Now, when we on social media, he won't interact with me on social media like I did something to him. I'm like, how I did something to you? Like, it's weird. I'm telling you, people will do that. When they have a fake beef with you, all of a sudden they limit their interaction with you. They'll stop texting you, checking on you like they used to. They'll and if they do, their text messages seem dry, their phone conversation seems dry, and when you're talking to them, it seems as if they're pointing out so much negative about you. That's when you realize, damn, what's going on with this person? And people hide the competition that the secret competition that they're having with you. They hide it for as long as they can, and eventually it's revealed. Okay, the veil is lifted basically. So all this time, this individual had like this secret competition with me. I had no idea he had it. But I guess because he's in a rough spot, and I guess he's seeing like my blessings are coming through and his are not, and he feels he works harder than me, is why now it's coming out. We didn't get into an argument, so you're mad at me because I'm more blessed. So I noticed that ever since that conversation where, the veil has been lifted, he won't interact with me. Keep in mind, me and this dude was like this. He won't interact with me on social media. He won't click like on my posts. He won't comment. He won't watch my stories anymore. Like, he doesn't talk to me. Like, usually when you're close to someone, what would you do? Like, y'all interact on social media, y'all talk, like you'll text each other, check on each other. This dude does not do that at all. Like, this is like, I did something to him for being more blessed than him. This shit is crazy. But this is what people do. They have this secret animosity, this secret competition with you that you didn't even know existed. And this is why suddenly they have these outbursts where you're like, whoa, because eventually they cannot hide it. It's kind of like a pot boiling, basically, overflowing, right? Another girl, she created a imaginary beef with me when all of a sudden I wasn't calling or texting her. But I wasn't not calling and texting her because I had a problem with her. I was just living my life. Like, I'm working on some things right now. I got a lot of things going on at home and a lot of personal things going on. And me and her weren't even close. This was like a girl I would just go out to dinner with, or like to Target or Marshalls or something. Like, we didn't even have a close relationship. And I noticed her too. She stopped texting, calling me too, and wouldn't interact with me on social media and stuff like that. But as soon as when she texted me on New Year's Eve and I responded to her, all of a sudden, like, she's texting like, "Hey girl, how you doing? What's going on?" Like, you could have did that like 6 months ago. Now she's clicking like and commenting on my posts, and I'm like, but why wasn't you doing that 6 months ago? So these people do that. They'll get pissed because you're just living your life, okay? So a lot of people will have an animosity against you just because you're living your life. You got married, you had a kid, you're in school, your life changed. Excuse me. You could be sick. They don't know what's going on. They won't even like hit you up to like discuss what's going on. Like for me, I suffered with the chronic depression for many, many years in my 20s. And sometimes, depression will come back up, a few times in my 30s where I just shut down. So, a lot of times it'll seem like I have a problem with people, but people were able to communicate with me, and I'll say, "Oh no, like I suffer with depression and I'm having a down moment right now." So I'm able to communicate that. So there's going to be people also. I don't want you to always think that when somebody disappears, that means that, oh, they got beef with you. Okay, no, like check on your people. You never know. They may be actually going through something. Some people could even be in an abusive relationship. But when you feel that energy shift of animosity, because with each behavior comes an energy of like what's behind it. Okay, like whenever somebody's being shady towards me, I feel that shady energy. I feel that type of dark spirit behind it. It's not just, oh, they disappeared and I don't know what's going on. No, you literally feel the jealousy. You feel the spirit of, sneakiness and all that stuff. So pay attention to the energy, like the feeling behind of that person acting the way they're acting towards you. Also pay attention to body language. So there's this chick that was always jealous of me. She was like actually my ex best female friend at the time. And she was a narcissist, a covert narc. And she was so jealous. She knew I liked this dude and she already had a man. It was crazy. I introduced her to her man. She had a man. She was so jealous of me. She had to go after a guy behind her man back and my back that I was talking to. And I found out years later like what she did, and it made sense to me. So in order to confirm it, I knew the type of body language that she would give off when she was nervous or when she was upset or when she was guilty. So I was like, "Hey girl, I saw Larry." And she was like, "Oh yeah, how's he doing? Is Larry okay?" And kept doing this. And I'm telling you, watch a lot of those body language videos. They will really, really help you. And I said, "Damn, this guy is right. He did tell me the truth. Like they really did like hook up or whatever the case was, not hook up, but he like took her out on a date." It's a long story behind all the details of that. He basically did not know that she was my friend. Like I never introduced him to her, basically. But anyway, um, a lot of times people they talked about you, they gossiped about you, they did you dirty, and that's the reason why they're acting funny. All right. I have a cousin who owes me thousands of dollars, right? Because of a certain, thing going on. We're in court still. Anyway, so I have this cousin who owes me thousands of dollars, and because of her guilt, she just like disappears. I can communicate with her, meaning I can text her and say, "Hey, when's the next court date?" or da 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 da. She'll answer me, but she won't come to my house. She has a key to my home. She won't come to my house. She won't be around me. I haven't seen this chick in like 2 years, 2 or 3 years maybe, but we communicate through text messages and that's it. And she even said to me one day, like, "Yeah, I just feel like scared of you and stuff." A lot of time people who did things to you, they scared of you. And that's why the energy shift is like that. They ain't gonna come around because they scared that you, they be thinking like, a lot of times you don't know what they did. But they really do be scared sometimes. They wasn't scared when they was doing that. They weren't scared when they were doing you dirty, but they're scared of the consequence behind them talking crap about you and violating you behind your back. So pay attention. These people will have these little fake beasts with you. Another thing I noticed, this happens with lovers too. They'll just stop. They'll just like stop like clicking like on your photos or even interacting with you. They'll stop communicating with you. You hit them up, the conversation is dry, or they'll be like low key mean to you. You're like, why they being mean to me? I didn't do anything to them. Like, I've had a couple of guys who from my past, they wanted to come back, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. And all of a sudden it's just like they start throwing like social media jabs, and I know they're talking about me. I know they are. Like this one guy posted like, yeah, like if you're really spiritual, you'll have locks, you'll have dreadlocks, and you wouldn't wear weave, and wouldn't wear wigs. Like, I know he's directing that to me, but I'm secure in that area. Like, I don't need to have locks and weave and locks in order to prove my spirituality. So they'll even throw like jabs at you. They'll say certain things on social media, subliminals. They'll say certain things around you. They'll low key treat you like mean for no reason, because they have this animosity towards you because they can't have access to your energy. I had another chick do that. I'm living my life. Me and her were never close. All of a sudden, it's like she was mad at me because I'm not giving her energy right now. Like, girl, calm down. All we did was go to like dinner in Marshalls and Target together. We were never friends. Like, but people will literally mistreat you. So when you feel that energy shift, you're not bugging, you're not tripping. And people show, especially today where we're all on social media, people show this energy a lot on social media. I'm telling you, they'll be commenting on all these celebrities' pages and stuff, commenting on people who y'all know in the neighborhood together, or friends y'all have in common, but they will not comment on your photo. They will not interact with you on social media. I'm telling you that, right? Social media will show you so much where people stand psychologically. I'm telling you, I see it all the time. A lot of times, once I see it, I freaking block people, or I put them on mute so I don't see their stories anymore. I don't see their posts anymore, and they think I'm still following them. But to me, I don't see anything that they're doing. I don't see anything that they're doing. So the energy shift, you have to believe the energy shift. And the adult thing to do, confront them. If you see that they lying, nah, we good, it's okay. They lying. So then you know what to do with that information. If y'all actually have a conversation that comes out of it, then y'all can move forward. But if they're fronting and they're faking, but they're still mistreating you, and you did not do anything to them, a lot of times people just have this hidden competition with you, and you have no idea. You had no idea that they have this hidden competition, or they have this false jealousy. They, in their head, they think they all that. So in their mind, they feel they're better than you. Excuse me. They feel they're better than you. So they have this thing in their head, like everything about them you're jealous of. Like, I had this friend once who had this raggedy ass baby daddy, and she really thought I was jealous of her and her raggedy ass baby daddy, that she started mistreating me and not communicating me like how she normally did. And eventually she came out and was like, well, my baby father told me that you told him I was cheating on him. And I'm like, girl, what? So you mean to tell me all this time you was mistreating me, being shady to me, when you could have came to me as a woman and asked me? So that means you believed him. You really believe I'm jealous of you and him? You know what I'm saying? So people will do that. They got this false jealousy, like they up their ass, that they think that you're jealous of them, and that's the reason why they start like low key mistreating you or like withdrawing from you. So pay attention to the energy, and communication is always best, because sometimes, like I said before, some people could be really going through something, and that's the reason why they change the energy. But there's always a certain emotion behind the energy shift. Okay. You kind of will know, like, your body is more intelligent than you think. That gut feeling, the sixth sense, is real. So use it. They say, what is it? It's not verbal. It's we use more body language than we do verbal language, right? So tap in, guys. All right. Don't forget to donate. Don't forget to book your phone sessions. And I'll talk to you soon. Have an amazing Valentine weekend.